Hey guys, how are you? I'm really glad to be here. I am right now doing my host. Let me open my camera so we can start to talk about this great special call. And I'm going to have the pleasure to have here our president and CSO, Eddie Head. So he's going to be joining right now in some minutes. Thank you so much for the great welcoming, for everybody saying, where are you? And we really appreciate that you are connecting now. Remember, start chatting everybody because all your team have to be here. We are going to announce really great news for you, for your team, and for the whole Viago community. So don't miss anything. So please start chatting everybody, and let's do it. Let's go, guys. So I'm going to start introducing one of the person that it's really amazing, and he had give us a legacy, and he has give us his knowledge about this big community and how with all these changes, with all these transitions to Viago, we are so happy and we are so honored to have him in this call. So let me introduce to you Eddie Head, our president and CSO here for all this all ambassador call. So thank you so much, Eddie, for joining us today. We are so happy to have you here, brother.
I really appreciate your help today, Ivan. Thank you so much. We have so many people around the world joining us from Europe, from Asia, from Central America, South America, the United States, of course, Canada, the Pacific, the South Pacific, the French Polynesian Islands. We have guests from all over the world because it is really an exciting season of growth for us right now. And the reason that Ivan is hosting the call is because we have our biggest event ever being hosted right now in Europe. In fact, the festivities sort of kicked off earlier this week, and even today they're going to be doing some special leadership events, some fun in the sun in Dubai. So we've got about 400 people there. So you understand the significance of that. I haven't ever seen an event in Europe in probably the last 20 years that was more than a couple of thousand people, and that we're such a young company today to see that kind of attendance and such a global audience in attendance at that event is so huge. It's such a testament to the excitement and the enthusiasm that you guys are sharing with the world right now. So thank you so much. And if you're joining us from the event location right now, you're not on the dinner cruise, for instance. We have a lot of our guests that are actually on this dinner cruise that's happening right now in Dubai. If you're joining us from there, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys being there and carrying the Viago dream to so many aspiring and wishful dreamers. We're just really excited about what's going on. There's some huge announcements that I have to share today, of course. Some of them are very specific to what's going on in Europe. Some of them are very specific about what's going on in the United States. Most of them will impact the entire world. And we're also going to talk about updates, how we're progressing right now with the operations, how the transition into our new systems and the launch of our new company is progressing, what you should expect next as we progress from the transition into the new systems to improving the new systems to expanding those new systems as well. And then we have a lot of information to share today as well on promotions for the month of March to finish out the first quarter and our first full quarter as Viago, and also to share with you guys some huge updates for Club Viago. So there's so much I want to share. I do have to share my presentation. Hopefully you guys have enabled sharing. Let's try. Looks like it's working. All right. Give me 1 second here, and I'll share my screen. I'm going to full screen as well. So if it turns out for whatever reason you can't see the screen, you'll let me know, right, Ivan? So yeah, here we go.
Your screen is right. Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you. So first off, as I said, and I'm going to navigate here. If it turns out that I have a problem, it's not going to work. Wait a second. For whatever reason, it's not allowing me to advance screens. Maybe there's somebody needs to be let in, or you can disable sharing, but it's not enabling me to move this screen. 1 second. Still not working. What is going on? Okay, hold on, guys. I'm going to stop sharing if I can. Second. Apologies for the technical difficulties, guys. This will only take a second, I think. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing if I can, unless it's going to allow me to Oh, there we go. All right, great. Let's keep going. Okay, so sorry, guys. So first off, let's talk about where we are so far this year. 2025 so far is only 2 months old. We've just gone through February, and February was on the heels of a record close in January. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that, but the really important story to share here, guys, is that we're such a young company today. You know, all of the maturity of our vision and what we want to achieve here as Viago has been shared by all of you through the pre-launch season, starting last summer, going into the launch during the holidays at the beginning of December. And that entire month was just about getting into the new systems, getting stable, solving problems in the new system, making sure that we were able to do everything we needed to do to advance the business. January was about getting our footing, starting the new year right, taking advantage of everything that we just delivered. And some of it was a learning process. But you guys made quick work of it. You must be incredibly smart studies, because in the second half of the month, we broke a lot of our recruiting and enrollment records. We had huge numbers coming in, and we finished the month incredibly strong. In fact, it was one of the biggest months of growth we'd had in 8 months. And then following that was a shorter month in February, which, by the way, we decided we're going to call February. We had a lot of activities this month. We had a lot of people on vacation, people taking escapes, lots of videos and pictures shared with us from around the world. And I committed on stage that we were going to make February an exciting month for us. It's not a dull and funky month. It's February, but we made it fabulous. It was a stronger close even than we had in January. In fact, I'll tell you how strong. We had double-digit sales growth during the month of February. Now, this is during a month that is actually 3 days shorter than January. So the shortest month of the year, but double-digit increase in sales month over month, and double-digit membership growth as well. So this is huge to see that we had this kind of growth during what is typically a very slow season, immediately following our launch, immediately coming through a transition, immediately having to adopt new approaches to watching our business, growing our business, understanding our business, and sharing a new brand, a new story, and a new vision with the world. I just want you guys to understand the significance of this. It's significant to a point of just, we should be bragging about this. You need to be excited. I'm proud and grateful to all of you guys for all of the commitment and hard work you put into it. What an amazing, amazing close to the month we had. We also launched a completely new dedicated processing solution for credit cards, debit cards, and other alternative payments for Europe. That happened in February. In addition to that, we also launched the brand new Get 6 widget. Now, both of these are significant. Now, the Get 6 widget is something that applies to everybody in the company. Today, only ambassadors can take advantage of this program, where when you enroll 6 personal customers in any level of membership, your membership is waived. You have no fee associated with it as long as you have 6 active membership customers. And it doesn't matter what level of membership they are. It doesn't matter what level of membership you are. If you choose to be a standard member, once you have your fees waived, you could be a standard member, or you could upgrade and have the upgraded Plus membership. If you're a Plus member and you have 6 active standard members, or any combination of levels of membership, your fees are waived, and they're waived as long as you have 6 or more active personal customers. What a huge advantage. People took advantage of this. And by the way, I saw a test of the new version of this report, which allows you to click on it and see the details of all of those who are contributing, what level of membership they are, when they enrolled, where they are with respect to their own Get 6 qualification as well. So this was phase 1 of Get 6. Phase 2 is going to give you that detail that I just described. And then this summer, we're going to be rolling out a customer program that allows your customers to also get their fees waived for referring other customers, which will help you grow your membership base, grow your income, and of course, we're going to reward them with lots of rich Viago points, rewards, and incentives. By the way, as a part of that process, another way we're going to be incentivizing them is, as they have success inviting and bringing more people into our world, we're going to give them the opportunity to start building this as an income opportunity as well. Now, we probably won't introduce that to them on day one, but let's say that they make 2 or 3 referrals that join. Wouldn't you want them to know that they could have been paid cash in addition to earning those Viago points? Well, we're going to help you guys do that, and thus grow your membership base and grow the rep community as well of ambassadors around the world. Going back to the credit card processing that we launched for the EU, this is applicable to Europe, to India, and to Africa. The way that it works is this. We basically set up dedicated banking, dedicated credit card processing, dedicated security and verification processes that are not only compliant with EU standards, but they are state of the art. They are the highest level of standard. The importance of this is that this will allow us to take more forms of payment and have more success hanging on to customers long term. Now, it's a brand new process that we just launched, and there are a handful of areas where we still need to make great relationships a reality with some of the local banks so that they know that even though we're a new brand and a new company, we're one to be trusted. We're one that wants to earn their trust through credibility and excitement and enthusiasm from our customers. So we're working through that process now to improve the way that we bring in more people to the Club Viago community. Now, in addition to that, we had a huge month of triple play. We had some outstanding performances. Now, the top 10, I'm going to share with you right now because we didn't share them this last month. We hadn't finished the auditing of the top 10, but I have those numbers now. I cannot share February. We will share February on the next call. Unfortunately, I don't have those finalized. There's some tight racing going on right now, and the reporting was not completed when we got to this call today. So you don't know who was top 10 though in January, unless they're out bragging, but I'm going to brag for them right now. Number one, Africa's own Martin Ndiho. We are so impressed for this. Look at this. Leading an entire region with 14 total points. He's going to take home an additional $3,000. Anthony Dennis was the second place winner. And Gabor, who's actually helping us today with his servant's heart with the Hungarian translation as well. Gabor, thank you. God bless you, brother. Again, there you are in the top 10. Almost every month, I see Gabor's name up there, guys. He's such a leader of leaders. I love that he is carrying this ethic every month, regardless of any of the challenges that we had during transition. And Europe had a lot. This guy has been there through thick and thin. Thank you so much for your leadership, Gabor. Sheldon Robinson, number 4. Michelle Robinson, number 5. Rounding out the top 5 and the cash winners for this. Still earning recognition, a place on stage and VIP tickets along with the top 10 is Harriet Akude. Sherry Sharman, who's going to be racing up this chart, guys. Watch for her name as she comes in. Not only an incredible leader, but a legend in this industry as well. Also, Boaz and Juliet, thank you guys so much for your hard work. This is tying, as you can see, we had what, 4 with 7? Then Chancellor and Anne Marie topping out our top 10. All of you guys are going to be getting VIP invites to the big event. We're going to make sure that you guys are recognized on stage. And we just want to applaud your success and say thank you, too, for your leadership in February. We have made it a fabulous February, haven't we, guys? Check it out. So March, are we going to do this again? Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't we? It's working. People are excited. And although I can't share with you the February top 10 yet, I will. Don't worry. We'll get that out to you. We're also going to put this in email so you guys can celebrate them in print as well. And we want to continue this all the way through this season because it's such an exciting way to actually see where growth is coming from. It should be no surprise to you that these are also the leaders who are making the teams that they lead grow quickly as well. I'm hoping that Henry was able to get on, or Martin rather, was able to get on. Martin and I were talking about what was going on with the breakthroughs in leadership there. I wanted him to have a chance to speak to us, but I'm not sure that he's able to log in from the dinner cruise. Do we have Martin? Do we have him on? Doesn't look like it. Okay. All right. So in any event, we'll have him on in the next call. We had hoped he'd be able to, but it's explicable. You know, it does make sense that he wouldn't be able to get on right now. But we do have a lot of promotions that are going on right now. And we do have a lot of leadership stories of incredible growth that are happening because of some of these promotions, but more than anything, because of the hard work that they're putting into it and the success that their teams are having. A lot of this was propelled by incredibly rich promotions designed to help us through the launch phase grow and grow quickly. Here's how it worked. We have basically said that we're going to take what is a double cycle value of $100 that is typically only awarded when you make 3 or more cycles in a week, and we're going to double every cycle. You make 1 cycle, instead of 50, it pays 100. You make 2 cycles, both pay 100 instead of 50. You make 3, again, $100 is being paid on every single cycle that you generate in your team every single week, regardless of the number. So whether it's 1 or 100, you're going to earn $100 per cycle, which is double the normal cycle value. That was something that propelled all of that growth in January and February. We also launched the 4-4 cycle. How does this work? Well, it's pretty simple. See, typically a cycle is earned by having 5 points on your left and 5 points on your right. But during this promotion, we allowed for only 4 points on the left and 4 points on the right to create a cycle. That's a 20% decrease in the amount of volume required to create a cycle. And we increased the payout of the cycle 100%. So we decreased the threshold, the qualification, and we increased the pay. You might think we're crazy, but I think that the numbers speak for themselves. You guys are running with it. It's working for you. And so we wanted to continue this program all the way through the month of February. The other thing we did is we were giving you guys 2 full points for the launch pack, which is the most popular pack that we've had. This is the $450 pack here in the US, or the equivalent of $450 in your local currency wherever you are. If you want to know which one that is, it's the one that's called the launch pack. The Viago launch pack is the only one that pays 2 full points. We did that all the way through the month of February as well. The number of questions I've had this week about whether or not we're going to be able to continue all of these have been, I can't even remember. I mean, I've had countless calls and text messages. We would love to be able to afford all of these. We would love to be able to continue this. But the truth is, it's a very expensive set of promotions. Any one of them could be a huge promotion. And as we looked at the numbers and saw the growth, we had a very clear decision to make. And the truth is, we want to continue all of these in March. And that is the decision. You're going to be able to run with these same promotions all the way through the end of the month of March. So triple play continued. Double cycles on all cycles at $100 continued. 4 left, 4 right generates a cycle. Continued. 2 full points for the Viago launch pack. It's continued in all markets. And guess what? We have some very specific promotions happening all month long for the EU, India, and Africa. We also have different promotions that are happening just for our South American audience as well. And in fact, in a few minutes, Yvonne is going to be rejoining us and sharing with us some updates specifically for the market of Colombia and South and Central America and the Latin American market as a whole. So we're very excited about that. In addition to that, we had a lot more to share with you guys during the last couple of months. We made massive updates to the websites, of course. We've made improvements in reporting along the way. We've got so much more work to do there. We're going to be enhancing the way that reporting gives you far more clarity into your business. One of those ways is by allowing you to click on those reports and see more details associated with the numbers. So you'll know how you achieve those numbers, who contributed to your cycles, who contributed to your squared bonus. Those kinds of enhancements are the kinds that are going to help you manage your business more effectively. That's what we want. But in addition to all of the things that we're doing here, which is going to be an ongoing process for months, really, we'll never stop enhancing this experience for you. The place that we're going right now is, it's a dream. You know, we wanted to create a company that was a perfect vehicle for living your best life, living life amplified, but also creating an amazing business opportunity for you, your friends, and your family. And we wanted to break the mold of what direct sales really has looked like in the past. Create something that's so obvious, so viral, so organically shared with people that it was an obvious yes. Whether they chose to be a part of our opportunity or they were choosing to be a part of our community, we wanted it to make a very obvious choice for them, that this is a place where they could feel at home, feel supported, and live their best life. And everything we're doing right now on all fronts of our business is focused on those things. This month, we're getting in new formulations and samples of all of our products on the nutrition side to bring those to markets that we've never been able to reach before. If you don't live in Europe or in Asia, in certain markets, you wouldn't even know that they don't have access to our energy product. They don't have access to our greens powder or any of our vanilla or chocolate shakes or any of those types of products that we love. We're going to be bringing those products to those markets as well. We're in the middle of the testing phase right now with new manufacturing that is globally compliant. That's globally compliant manufacturing processes, globally compliant ingredients lists to make sure that these meet the watermark of excellence of our brand as well. Plus, we're adding more brand partners for your marketplace. These are new products, new ways to enhance the way you feel and the way you look. I can't give you all the details now because it is a massive project that's going to take us months to unveil. But I want you to know that that's going on behind the scenes. In addition to that, we're working to enhance our booking engine to bring you more results on air, car, hotel. In a minute, I'm going to be sharing more with you about escapes, getaways, escape your way that's going to blow your mind with special focus on our growing European market. So all of this to say, the sun never really sets on our business globally, but we really do never stop thinking about how to enhance this business. We recognize that the goal is to fulfill that vision that I just outlined for you, what we talked about on stage, to become the ultimate vision of Viago. But there are a lot of people in this business right now who've already taken this and run with it. One of those teams that's growing rapidly right now is led by Jeff Boff and Troy Brown and Muzaffar Najfi and a bunch of other leaders around the world. One that in particular I wanted you guys to hear from is a gentleman I just named, Jeff Boff, who happens to be enjoying a very special birthday today as well. Now, I expect that he made it on the call, although I don't see his name. Oh, there he is. There he is. Hey, Jeff. Happy birthday, buddy.
Hello, Mr. Eddie. Thank you, buddy. Wow, tremendous updates. Thank you for all the well wishes to everybody out there. It's been a tremendous month, as you can see. And, here we go, Eddie. Cheers. Are you, I'd like to have something a little more than coffee in here, but here we go. But things are rocking. We're 60 days into this, guys. And, are you where you want to be? You made your New Year's commitments. Are you where you're going to want to be? And as Eddie and I talked this morning, just hear all the amazing announcements. See, the company's doing what they need to do. The question is, are you doing what you need to do? Are you Viago or are you Viago-ish? And what I mean by that is, are you all in? We're 57 days from our next big event. And we always say big decisions are made at big events. And we saw out of our last event, some big decisions were made. Some people truly made decisions, and it's just a blessing to see all these records being broke, Eddie, because, you and I, we've been here before. We know what it looks like, feels like, smells like, and it smells like success to me. It smells like freedom to the person that choose to participate in their own rescue.
Absolutely.
So as we're here, I mean, Eddie, it's just, the people that made decisions, it's clear to see. You look at WhatsApp and it's the meetings going on. It's the relentless pursuit of freedom. It's driving the roads on the late night, the late night stories of the Francos of the world, the Pat and Jens of the world, the Angie, and Jens of the world. Austin last week going from South Carolina up to Rhode Island for 5 days and then back to Ohio. It's the Kevin and Bills of the world. Duplication bill equals siestas on the beach. And I can tell you, as we've been here before, Eddie, you're doing what you need to do for the field. We need to do what we need to do. And that's outrun the company. As you see, if you outrun the company, see, we have the resources and all the things that we need to do to make this thing go fast. See, being a pioneer, sometimes you get frustrated. Things aren't going right. Maybe this credit card didn't clear. I promise you, Eddie and the staff will get that fixed. Again, being here before, it's just, we are so far more advanced than we were years ago. Again, with technology and now with the Zoom world, to be able to get to the masses. The question is, are you going to follow through with what you said you were going to do long after the feeling you said it in is over? That's called commitment. And I can tell you, the next 57 days, guys, if the next 57 days could change your next 3 to 5 years, how hard would you be willing to go? That's why you see these people running the roads right now. That's why you see us having 400 people in Dubai right now. You're wondering if travel's back?
Amazing.
Travel is back. So
yeah, I have to comment on a couple of things you and I talked about on our call too, Jeff, because you touched on a few things that are maybe not as obvious as they should be to folks. And one of them was you said this to me on the call, and that was, hey man, work is working. And it's funny because that word sometimes has a dirty word connotation. Like people are afraid to work, but you work on your relationship, you work on your health, you work to improve your business life. You might be working on a new hobby or working on whatever it is. What you mean is putting the effort into this business that it deserves. And I think that the fact that the work is being done by your team the way that it has is proving that not only is it possible, but you might exceed any expectations you have. And you guys are really exhibiting that. You just mentioned a bunch of names. And is the common denominator that they're all out there doing it day after day after day?
They are doing it. They're doing it with consistency. They're doing it with conviction, man. Again, a cliche to say this, guys, work works. And what I always say is when the dream's big enough, obstacles must give way. All your dreams, guys, are at the end of the send button. And what I mean by that is we all dream to aspire to have these great things. Go ahead and send it. Send it. The only thing they can say is no, and no's don't kill us. And, the people that are truly head down, making things happen, Musafer and his team's just crushing it right now. And as I see these multiple Zooms going on, it's activity cures all ills. Work works.
Absolutely.
The thing we didn't have 20 years ago, Eddie, was this, the ability to get on a Zoom and attract the masses. One thing, as we've talked to, though, as we do that, we are in this Zoom world. Don't forget about the personal touch. Once that team's going, I always believe that you have to get out there and get amongst them. You have to go hug their neck, shake their hand, look them in the eye, and give them that transferable belief of what you see. Just like last week up in Montana, you will hear big things from them, by the way. Things are happening. The work is working. So the question I have for you today is, why not you? We're 60 days into the new year. And if you're not where you want to be, guess what? You can restart today. You can restart today. In the next 57 days, your name can be up there on that board. It's just it really is simple. Let the numbers be your friend. Go contact 30. If you were really passionate about this, and if you are Viago, if Viago is in you, here's what I'd throw out to you. If you're going to talk to 100 people about this in the next year, here's what I challenge you to do. Do it in the next 30 days. Do it in the next 30 days, and you'll have so much activity you can't stop it. Because if you really break that down, that's a little over 3 a day. Guys, there's probably 4 or 5 live Zooms going on a day, along with many, like what I love to do, 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s, 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s, that leads into the travel parties, that leads into the big shot meetings, that leads right about to the Zooms. So the question is, why not you? And the thing I'd leave you with is this. I've been around this game a long time. Eddie and I came into this industry about the same time, 20 years ago. Musafer on here, obviously many more years than that. But if you look at the criteria that most people look at in these kind of businesses, company, product, timing, pay plan, right support tools and systems, and leadership and legal, I can flat out tell you guys, there is nothing in the world like our company right now. There's many people out there chirping, but there's not many people out there doing. This group right here is doing, and that's why these records are being broke, and you're here first. So the question I have for you is, why not you? When's the last time you bet on yourself and bet on a company like this? Because I can promise you, this gentleman right here truly has our back.
I appreciate that, Jeff. I want to leave you with something too, and the rest of our family here. So, if you've never been on any of our Zooms before and heard an all ambassador call, or let's say that you've not had an opportunity to be at one of our big events, I can't wait to see you in person. Thank you for being here. We're grateful that you are. Recognize a handful of things as you come into our community. There are lots of opportunities in the world, lots of direct sales companies. Some are good, some are great, some are not good, some are very, very bad. I do want you to understand something about everything Jeff was saying. It is our company. This is our vision and our dream. We literally built this based upon the collective desires of this community. We didn't follow somebody else's game plan. We didn't come to this identity by chance. We had a vision for how this could be. And we're nowhere close to where we want to be. We've established the foundation. We have a view of how the world could benefit from all of our expertise, the decades of experience we have in putting together unique experiences, incomparable, memorable experiences around the world with you and our community. How we could create a vehicle for financial impact to your life that can be either small and helpful or completely transformational, but super simple to understand. And know that you could do it by just repeating a single behavior, and that's just inviting people to be a part of that fun community that I just described. And ultimately, that our brand and our company would stand for something that's needed desperately in the world right now, and that's the connection between us and each other, because it's so missing today. Everything we do as a company today as Viago is aimed at bettering that part of this equation. We're hoping that in the years to come, as technology makes things easier for us to accomplish business things and other complexities in our life, that the time we spend together will become that much more ours to define. Why not focus on that now and lead the world in creating remarkable experiences? Leverage our community size to have influence on our access, influence on our pricing, and even create our own unique experiences. We're building hotels and resorts just for our community that are going to be owned by our community. We have a vision for how ultimately this community will be its own ecosystem of fulfillment. That's financial fulfillment, health and wellness, how you feel, how you look, how you experience life day to day, because ultimately at the end of everything, that's what matters most, how we connect with one another. And that means that ultimately the only competition we have is ourselves. We don't really look at what the rest of the world is doing, except how they're influencing our choices for what we bring to you, not how they're competing. We don't know that there's a community even like this. So know that you being here is a difference maker. Your voice matters. How you're engaging with us, whether you're taking trips or you're on our websites looking at our products and buying some of those or not, how you're feeding us with your insights and your desires and your dreams, it matters. So get involved. Get involved a little, get involved a lot. Just know that it makes a difference, and we're grateful for you being here. The last part of this is that, as Jeff was explaining, that today the engagement is making a difference. I've heard people say this: is it too late? Have I waited too long? Has the ship sailed on the opportunity with this company because it's explosively growing the way that it is in some markets? Well, in other markets, we're still a baby. And truthfully, globally, we're still a baby. A mature group of leaders put this together. But technologically and from a brand perspective, the world is just beginning to know us. I want you to think about this. If we continue to grow the way that we have over the first 60 days of this year, for the next 2 years, we would be nearly, in 2 years, with the same growth rate, $1 billion company in 24 months. That's how rapid the growth is. So knowing that, is that realistic? I don't know if it's realistic or not. That's a huge number of growth, but we've established that pace in the first 2 months. I want to continue to feed that fire. And although there may be times where we slow or times where there's a plateau, it answers the question, am I too late? The upside on this is bigger than you've seen, all right? The opportunity you have today has never been so rich. So yes, get involved. Yes, go invite your friends and family, whether they want to be a part of our community as participants of Club Viago, or if they want to build this financial future for themselves with you. Hallelujah. We're very experienced in both arenas. We're here to steward that for you, whether it's about having fun or making a boatload of money or making maybe just a little supplemental income for yourself. We're grateful. So, the rest of this story doesn't end with everything I just told you. There's a lot to tell on membership, and there's a lot going on promotionally in the rest of the world. I hinted at what's going on in Europe. I'm not going to share those promotions because they've got a big event this weekend and they want to showcase that on stage. We're going to let them tell that story in Dubai. But in addition to that, we have huge promotions for the month of March. And Ivan, who actually is our leader of the entire Latino market, is here to call for us. Ivan, I'm so grateful for you, brother. So appreciate you. You always have a smile on your face. You're always thinking about the community and how you can help and support the community and grow it. I asked Ivan to be on the call today specifically so we could address some of what we're doing that's special just for our Central and South American audience today. So, brother, I'm going to give it up to you so you can outline a few of the special news items that we have to share with them.
Yes, Eddie, thank you so much for your introduction. I'm really glad to be here and share this all ambassador call with you and Jeff. Happy birthday, Jeff. Also, your words were amazing. And we were talking about this morning about community, and the same word that you are using, Eddie, it's so powerful. If we commit to start hugging and having people around us, of course, then now we are creating our community. And that's the invitation that Diago is doing. Even that we have the products, the membership, the deals, all the things that you had said, but because we are creating this community. So that's why we are putting together these great promotions for Colombia, Mexico, or Latino markets, because we want to also keep having the momentum. And also, Eddie has the great opportunity to share this information with other markets, so you know what is going on and how people can start earning here, because yeah, that's the idea. So let me share my screen. This is the way that we share the information here in our markets, because we use the newsletter or the agent brief that the ambassador brief to share to everybody, but it's because it's full of information. So first of all, I would like to say to all Women's Day here, we are celebrating today the strong, the passion, the light that you have and you are bringing to us. So I am so glad to be married with my wife. I would like to say hello to my mom, to all the women that I know around the world, and also to you guys, because you are here and you are so special for Viago. So this is a special message for you, that we hope that all this month you always keep shining with all your power, okay? This is the word that we want to share to you. So we expect that during the whole weekend and also during the rest of the month, you are being really great celebrated. So after this great announcement that I think that is one of particularly really important, I would like to start talking about our promos and how we are expanding also our Latino markets, and the idea that you know how, because as Eddie said, we have already extended the whole promotion that he just launched. And thank you so much, brother. I know how much effort we are doing as a company and how much efforts are doing the whole executive team. Thank you so much for you, for Isaac, and for the rest of the people that it's behind the scenes, because sometimes I am also behind the scenes and we are still working together for you. So then we are going to have a special promotion. This is something that we are having for our Latino markets. Remember that in Colombia and Mexico, we have a different fee to become a new ambassador. And we are waiving that fee during the month of February, and we are extending to March. Why? Because just like Eddie said, we are pushing so much gas on the whole concept, on the whole strategy, and we want to keep it. So if you know people here in Colombia that wants to start enrolling with the Launchpad, the annual membership fee is going to be for free. So let's go and let's try to find a lot of people. And yes, again, if you have any question, if you need anything else, please reach out to me, reach out to Kelly, or reach out to the whole team, and they can direct the information of the questions to me. And with the whole team, we can give you everything or any answer that you need, because what we want is that also you can do a lot of things here in Colombia, because this is a global concept, and also our Latinos. And remember this, a lot of people that and Colombians and Mexicans are spread around the world. And the idea is that you can find those people, because they have all the people connected here in the countries where they live before. So the whole family, the whole connections are here. So that's the opportunity to start moving March in the right way. Then we're going to have something really special, and I think that you are seeing right now my jacket, because this is a different jacket that I have shared, and this promo that we have, because what we want to have is something really great. This jacket, it's Viago branded, it's in our heart, and what we want to do is that for every new ambassador that you enroll, you are going to receive one, okay? You are going to receive only one. If you have exposed on your ID. Of course, that if you enroll 2 new ambassadors, you are going to have 2 jackets. But what we want to do, we are preparing our road to our Fuego event. So if you want this jacket, why? Because we have here, let me show you, we have our arrow here, but also we have our let's go here. And that's also, thank you so much, Musafir, also for your ideas, because we keep and we put together this promotion together with Musafir, with the leaders and with the rise of the people, and it's working. So that's why we are extending this great promotion. So now you're going to be able to do it in March, and you can get that because we are going to our Fuego event. Fuego, I'm going to talk about that later, but also I am inviting everybody to come here to see this great event. Then we also are adding additionally bonus to our people. So as you know, in Colombia, Mexico, and the Latino markets, we are also pushing for great trips. It's different the way that you are using the membership in the States, in other countries where you have a lot of things, but also this Escapento, we are inviting you to come here and celebrate with us this community. Why? Because if you enroll 6 people here, you are going to have additional bonus that we are going to add into the price of the promo Escapento, right? So everybody wants to go to Punta Cana, and we're going to max out the hotel. Right now, we have left a room. So if you want to do it, let's do it fast. So that's what we want to do that happen in the time, in this period of time during March. So let's do it. Let's get your 6. And now, like Eddie said, we're going to be working on, and also we're going to be in the process or following or pursuing our launch triple pay. So I always invite to all my Latino that we can be on the charts. We have really great records on this. So I know that we do it. And also I would like to invite you that you can do also your numbers, including our Latino market. So let's do it. Let's make it happen. And then we have here also the other promotions that just Eddie did, but we are putting here also in a different way with the event, with the newsletter. And finally, we are going to have our Fuego Fire event that is going to be held in May, where we're going to have Musafir Nachi and Matt Morris. They are going to be here in Colombia sharing with us, and we have really great special promotions on the tickets. We have for ambassadors, but also we have for people that is going to be invited. Because, you know, in the moment that you invite new people to these national events, people enroll because they see the community, they see the future, and that's how important we are opening this brand new situation to create an invite new invites or people guests into our event. So this is it, Eddie. Thank you so much for letting me share this information to all.
Appreciate it, Ivan. Thank you so much.
I appreciate much again. Let's see you in a different call.
Perfect. I'm so appreciative, brother. Thank you so much for all the hard work you're putting into our community in Central and South America. Our Colombian leaders as well have also had to exercise a great deal of patience during the transition. And I want to reach out to them too and tell them how much we appreciate their hard work and their faith as we go through all that we're doing right now to create Viago. We're so grateful to you, and we have a lot of good news coming in the next couple of weeks. And next, I want to share some good news that really impacts the whole world, with a special emphasis on Club Viago right now. I'm going to share my screen again. 1 second, and this time maybe I won't full screen, since it was a little funky. I'm going to try. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Let's try one more time. Here we go. Okay, so let's talk about Club Viago. First, I want to tell you something very special. We have brand new reward escapes that are on the way. And these reward escapes are a completely new escape category, in fact. See, the team at Club Viago has been working around the clock to not only improve the user experience, but also to enhance the value proposition of Club Viago. Yes, they're working on bringing in new experiences around the world, Just as Yvonne had said, for our South American audience, we want to bring in new dedicated experiences. We're now negotiating for some of those to be brought to you guys. We're working to bring more Africa and Europe and Asia experiences. One of the ways that we're doing that is to create a new opportunity and a new type of partnership to get some of our preferred partners into the Rewards Escapes game with us. We want them to understand that these are very special, highly curated experiences that allow for our members to use their Viago points to further discount the price to ridiculous savings. But in addition to that, they're strictly group trips. These aren't getaways, these are escapes. But the Reward Escapes category is very unique. We're showcasing these brands, we're going to highlight them on our websites, and we're going to give back to those communities of resorts and resort partners around the world so that they know that we care about their business as much as they care about their business. So this new category is something you're going to get very excited about. It's actually Reward Escape Your Way. Reward Escapes Your Way works exactly like the current Escape Your Way program, but you'll be able to use your points on these types of Escape Your Way. Got it? They're turnkey. They're anytime with very limited blackout seasons throughout the year. They will host you and your team from a very small group, in some cases to a very large group, but they are turnkey. They're going to be available essentially year-round, and we're going to be adding more and more locations. All of them include transfers. They all include a welcome reception. They all include a farewell dinner. They all are all-inclusive regardless of the location, and currently, they're only 7-night Escape Your Ways, right? We've had the question, will we be offering 4 or 5-night versions? Yes, we will. But right now, we're focusing on week-long Escape Your Way in this category just for you guys. We've put special emphasis on how we developed this category for Europe and Africa firstly. We had to start someplace. Now, here's what you need to know. The savings that is available to us in our Reward Escapes category, not the Reward Escape Your Way, Reward Escapes is between 30 and 60% off. Typically within the Escape Your Way category, because there is more flexibility, an open calendar, and it's not fixed dates where we are taking advantage of all of the buying options we have, the discounts are not going to be quite that deep. They're still mind-blowing, don't get me wrong, but I want you to know they're not going to follow exactly the same pricing. And the addition is that we need to talk about each of these escapes with you as you're booking them for you and your group, because we want to make sure that we're catering the activities with you. Those would be in addition to the benefits I'm showing you on screen right now. So let me repeat that. Discounts between 20 and 40% per person. It includes transfers, welcome reception, farewell dinner. All-inclusive package will include all of your drinks and your meals, and it's for 7 nights. Got it? And it's an open calendar. Yes, there will be some blackout dates, but it's not a fixed time, not a fixed date, and not a fixed number of rooms. That's up to you and your team to dictate on this turnkey experience. Got it? Let me show you a few of the locations that we're talking about and some of the deals. Before I do that, I do want to share something else. It's going to shock you to know that some of these locations do not market all-inclusive packages, meaning that you're going to be taking advantage of an all-inclusive package when they don't typically sell it on the front of their website. A lot of times, they're not even available. In the cases where they are available, we've negotiated savings of those packages. We told them in all cases we wanted all-inclusive. We're not offering these without the all-inclusive. So when somebody goes to their website and they try to price shop, they're not going to find something. They'll find the room only. They'll find the room without the transfers to and from the airport. They'll find it without the welcome reception. They'll find it without the drinks, without the food, without the farewell dinner, right? And they're going to price it per night, and that could vary depending upon what 7 nights on the calendar it is. It could be higher, could be lower, could be a lot higher, but it will never have all of these inclusions. It makes it very difficult for them to shop and price compare in this way. So 10 to 100 guests is typical. Some of them range on the lower end of this, some of them on the higher end of this. Here's one, the Grand Canary 7-night all-inclusive Servitor Hotel. Got it? This is $723 per person or $670 per person based on double occupancy. That is less. I want you to think about that, right? Is All in, guys. And that's after you apply your points, to be clear. Got it? You apply 200 Viago points. That's 100 Viago points per person based on double occupancy. Your price is 670 euros per person, all inclusive, with the transfers, with the welcome reception, with the farewell dinner. Got it? Everything turnkey for you and your group. You tell us what you want. You cannot even buy this package online at their website. The per person all-inclusive rate is more than $100 US per person per night, in addition to the current room-only price, even on the cheapest part of their calendar year. I personally looked at some of the pricing. It's an exceptional deal. Additionally, 7 nights in Crete, all-inclusive at the Stella Village Seaside. This is 702 euros or $758. This is a four-star resort. Again, super all-inclusive experience just for you, includes all that I just said. Plus, here's some of the other locations that we have for Europe and the Mediterranean. Portugal, Spain, Turkey, Greece, all of them 7 nights, from 431 euros per person up to more luxurious accommodations at 816, all meals, all drinks, all transfers, the welcome, the farewell, everything you would want to create a turnkey experience, and the entire calendar is open to you. So you choose when you want to go. Yes, some of them have brief blackout seasons or dates or weeks, but otherwise, essentially, the calendar is open to you to choose. A completely new rewards category. In all cases, you'll be able to apply 200 Viago points to any of these experiences. You tell us when you want to come, and we'll make sure that this is turnkey for you. When does this all go live? The team is working on finishing the dedicated Reward Escape Your Way pages as we speak. We're hoping we'll be able to showcase this for you by April 1st. Got it? Next. A handful of other escapes you need to know are available to you right now. Did you know that Ed Hartwell, former NFL player and friend of Muzaffar Najfi, is right now hosting a trip to Puerto Morales? This is a 5-star all-inclusive resort that you can take advantage of today. This is 5 days, 4 nights. It includes up to 2 children for free, by the way. This is considered a gourmet luxury resort. Yes, of course, you have your farewell dinner, your welcome reception, your airport transfers. And of course, there are going to be lots of fun to be had at this as well. We're going to be doing excursions, partying, having fun with Ed and the entire team. Please join us. We have limited time to book this. You have less than 30 days now. There's limited space, but we do have a few more rooms available. I wanted to showcase this one. A few more. We have a reward escape in Phuket. You can apply up to 200 points. This again, 5 days, 4 nights. After points, that's only $487 and change per person. It includes all of the bells and whistles. This is a 4-star resort. We have special activities planned there as well. How about going to China? If you've never been to China before, this is a great way to get there. Can you imagine that you could do a 5-day trip to China for only $625 a person? We make it a reality. It includes all of the bells and whistles. It is this incredibly scenic vista you'll be partaking in. And of course, we have the dinners, the parties, the excursions, the activity, and all the cultural immersion that you could hope for. How about an escape to Cancun? Of course, we're doing the Villa del Palmar. We love this partnership that we have right now with them. They do it like no one else. This is a 5-star all-inclusive resort. $775 for this luxury experience on pristine beaches. You got to join us. Last day that you can book this trip is May 5th. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but we have one of our very special leaders, Pamela Pacheco, hosting at the El Conquistador in Puerto Rico. You can do this between July 7th and 11th. You have a little time to book this, but we're going to have fun. I'd love for everybody to join us. Let's sell out this place, guys. In fact, I'd like to overbook this. I might end up on the beach there. I've never been to this resort before, but I hear amazing things about this entirely remodeled and manicured beach resort. $875 after points pays for this. This is a 5-day, 4-night, all-inclusive. We've got all sorts of cool entertainment, all sorts of cool excursions planned. And of course, Pam's going to make sure that you guys have fun. No one knows how to have fun like she does. In addition to that, we have Vietnam. We've got another trip to China and so much more to share with you guys. So what's the name of the game? We're marching towards our success. And of course, this exciting new season capping out the, one second, let me stop sharing here so you guys can see me. One sec. And capping out the first quarter of 2025. I want to thank all of my translator friends and family who are on, as well as all of you guys who joined us today. I hope I didn't talk too fast the entire time. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a mouthful, an earful rather, from Sandra. She warned me ahead of time. And I also, and who else was I hearing from? Clarissa. I'm sorry, it was Clarissa actually who was telling me, stop talking so fast, Eddie. You talk way, way too fast. I love you, Clarissa. So sorry. I think I probably did it again. But we're grateful for all of you being here today. Thank you guys. Happy March to everyone. I want to thank the events team as well. If you didn't know it, we have a major event happening in just a little bit under 2 months. You need to get to your events page and check it out. We're going to be having a lot of fun in Atlanta. Love to see you guys there. Have a great, fantastic start to the month, guys. We'll see you on the next Zoom next month at this time. Watch for the updates and email as well. God bless you guys. Thank you.